Hey, what is up guys, GuitarRock here. Welcome to a Zenless Zone Zero video. Now if you guys are not aware, this channel has been staying a little bit dormant and I'm trying to see if I can push some Zenless Zone Zero contents into this particular channel. Alright, so hopefully you guys are aware of that. I've been slowing down on my other videos as well, you know, with the other games and things like that. But with Zenless Zone Zero coming up, this is going to be a title that I intend to take extremely seriously. Alright, I want to play this to its fullest. If you guys are not aware, I was one of the few fortunate ones which was able to participate in the Zenless Zone Zero third beta. As you can see, this is my main channel. Alright, you can see stream 2 months ago. 2 months ago I made this, and then we have like new hot story chapter, huge week. I streamed a ton. Alright, I played a bunch of Zenless Zone Zero back then, and it's definitely a very cool experience, very cool game. Now I know that for a lot of viewers, some of people that watch me, from them it doesn't seem that interesting, and that's totally fine, right? But for me, this is definitely going to be a game that I do want to consider playing. As you guys can see, very interesting story, very interesting lore, and basically the world building is something that I'm a big fan of. Alright, so why am I such a big fan of Zenless Zone Zero, right? If you guys are not aware, there's plenty of construction theme going into the game. And I like that, alright, as someone that used to... Fun fact, I used to work in construction actually. My first job, I don't want to like reveal too much, but something to do with electronics in the construction, right? So I have to like install security systems here and there. So definitely I can see the vibe going in there, and there's definitely... I'm sure there's more to it in the game, but I find that really cool. Alright, as you can see, this is going to be how the story is being told or being structured. I'm not trying to spoil anything too much, but this is going to be in the beginning of the game. If you guys have been following the beta a little bit, you will know. Alright, so you basically control the characters. So let's give you guys a brief introduction about Zenless Zone Zero and what can you expect, right? Ideally, I know if you're coming from a different game, and a lot of people are like looking at this as like a Hoyoverse game, and they're probably coming from either Genshin Impact or Honkai Star Rail, so they're looking in this game as in like how can they try to fit this into their schedule, etc. Now first up, the characters in this game, I think this is like going to be one of the main selling point in my humble opinion. Now I get it, not everyone are going to have the same opinion, but look at this. This is Ellen Jo. She literally has a big freaking tail. She's going to be the first one, by the way. She's going to be the first featured character trailer, character banner in the Red Up, right? So if you're looking for her, by the way, there's also like, I believe they even released a trailer for her. We're gonna check that out in a separate video. But Ellen Jo is one of the coolest, one of the cooler characters. We got some furry characters going on, alright? So Victoria Housekeeping, Lycaon, and then of course you offer as Zuyan. Zuyan is gonna be like the second Red Up banner. Ellen Jo comes first, Zuyan comes second. If you guys play Honkai Star Rail, it's like Scylla and then Jingyuan, right? So the first and the second one. So there's that, right? Something to keep in mind is both characters are really strong, but in the beta, there's only so much you can do. It's hard to push to end game in a very tight constraint time period. So it's hard to test the character at its highest level. But I can say both are really strong if you're looking for, you know, either Zuyan or Ellen Jo. During the beta, they didn't give out enough pulls for you to be able to, you know, obtain a bunch of stuff and, you know, those things. But right now, if you guys are not aware, on the official launch, we are going to be getting more than 100 free pulls. Alright, very insane. Alongside with all of this is going to be the pre-registration rewards. You can see it goes up to 47 million right now, which is pretty interesting. So characters, you know, just showing you guys some of the characters here. Billy Kid is a character they obtain for free. He has a very cool playstyle for sure, right? If you're looking for a much more range focused character, he's going to be one of it. And then Grace Howard. So I was fortunate enough to manage to obtain her in the first beginner banner pool. Pitied her. She's definitely one of the stronger characters. I do like her concept. Now I do think that there's quite a few characters in the standard banner, and they are all really strong, right? But for her, if you're looking for much more of a range character as well, an AoE character, she's an electric type. If you're looking into, you know, the typing and stuff. And then of course, these are only going to showcase a few others. Basically, you guys are aware, there's going to be a few more as well. Now let's talk a little bit more about the combat, right? The playstyle. How hard, how difficult is it? Or how easy it is and give you guys a much more like, you know, detailed perspective. If you're looking for like super hard combat, this game will have that, but it's going to be later on in the end game. Now, early on, everything is gonna feel much more simpler, for sure, right? Now, I do think that the game is going to fit both the casual and hardcore audiences if you're looking for that. If you're a casual player, this game can definitely be something that you can fit into your schedule. In terms of dailies, it's relatively fast, very good, very smooth. I believe the dailies is gonna take you approximately 10 to 15 minutes, alright? So similar to Honkai Star Rail. Now, if you are a hardcore player and you're someone that wants a lot of things to do, right? And I get that, right? So if you are only playing like 1 or 2 games, then this is also going to be something that you can do. There's a lot of things to master, right? For in particular, trying to parry the bosses. Those are things that you can consider achieving. Definitely, I do think that there's definitely something that can fit both criteria, regardless of you being a casual or a hardcore player. Now, story is definitely something that I would highly recommend you guys to look at it as, in terms of, you know, try to read it because it's a very enjoyable story. But if you guys are not into the story, I get it, right? You can always skip it. As far as I know, the skip button was there during the beta. So this is going to be the first game, as far as I know, that has skip button. Alright, Genshin didn't have that, Honkai Star Rail did not have that, and this game actually has that, which is quite interesting. Of course, you get to choose 2 MC between Belle and Weiss, alright, so which is also very cool. Belle is the sister and Weiss is the brother, so obviously you can choose whoever that you want to be, whoever that you want to show up more, I guess, because it doesn't really matter in the end of the day who you pick, because as far as I know, even though I pick Belle as my main MC, sometimes I still use Weiss in some certain occasions in the story throughout. But you are going to end up using the character that you pick more often than so. I'm actually kind of curious because there's one story where, I don't want to spoil too much, but something happened to the other sibling. So I'm guessing if you pick the other one, like, the roles are going to get turned around a little bit, eh? That's going to be pretty cool. But if you're looking for much more comedic, light-hearted story, that's the story of Zenless Zone Zero. Definitely, I would say, give it a try, right? It might not be something for everyone, and I get it. But if you're looking for, keep in mind, the combat and the exploration, there's not going to be much of those. If you are someone that loves exploring, you're someone that loves going around opening chests and stuff, probably Genshin is still going to be the better game for you, right? By far. Now, if you are looking for a little bit of puzzles here and there, there's this TV system as well, which I'm going to dive into a little bit later on, then this game is going to be for you. Now, this is going to be the TV system, obviously. Mixed feelings, right? A lot of people say they don't like it, some people say they like it. But I'm going to be real, if you like Blue Archive, and if you're okay with playing Blue Archive, I think Zenless Zone Zero is going to be for you as well. Why do I compare with Blue Archive? Because in the hard story of Blue Archive, you have that system where you basically are moving your characters around in that chess map kind of thing. Very similar. The TV system is a very similar concept. It's just in a different variation. Now, obviously, whether you want to try out the game or not, it's going to be up to you. For me, I definitely will be playing it, so expect some guides from this particular channel as well, and from GuitarRock first. With that, that's going to be it for this particular video. I'm going to go, you know, make some guides. I have a couple of ideas of what I want to do for this particular channel. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a nice day. Goodbye.